Namaste. For the next few minutes, I'd like to take you to a place where your true potential exists. Now, not the imagined version of yourself made of self-limiting beliefs, made of heavy responsibilities, relationship problems, financial pressure, and the daily narrative of saying to yourself, "This is my hard life." I'll take you to the Renaissance state of consciousness, where you realize that you have limitless potential. Because here's something most people don't think about. That limited thinking, that version of reality, is also your imagination. Yes, it's just imagination, conditioned by fear, repetition, and survival. But I want to take you to a different space. A space where Renaissance men and women lived. People like Leonardo da Vinci, Rabindranath Tagore, Maya Angelou. Not people who desired to manifest mansions, manifest money, cars, or dominance, but people who lived in creation, in expression, in beauty, and in flow. They didn't create things to own. They created things to experience life. And you have the same potential. Not to escape responsibility, but to stop being imprisoned by it. So if you're willing to stay with me and keep an open mind for a few minutes, I'll show you how. And at the end, I'll give you one simple practice that can shift the way you experience your life. So let me begin with something simple. Most people today are not living their lives. They are managing them. They are managing schedules, managing responsibilities, managing expectations, managing problems. And because of that, they live almost entirely inside their head, thinking about life instead of experiencing it. Now, here's something most people don't think as well. Your mind was never meant to be the center of your existence. It's a tool, not the master. When the mind runs everything, life feels tight, heavy, exhausting. But life itself moves in a very simple way. It creates, it sustains, and it dissolves. Now, this is not a spiritual language. This is observable reality. A breath appears, stays, and disappears. The season comes, stays, and goes away. A thought arises, it lingers, and it dissolves. The Vedic tradition named these movements Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva. Creation, sustenance, and dissolution. These are not gods sitting somewhere judging you. They are processes happening through you all the time. Suffering begins when we resist one of these phases, especially resist dissolution. We suffer to get wealthy, but we suffer even more just to keep that wealth going. We resist dissolution. Now, look at nature, because nature is the most intelligent thing we know. Nature doesn't force anything. It doesn't struggle to grow. It doesn't cling to a form, and it doesn't fear endings. And you'll notice this in nature, that there are no straight lines in nature. There are no straight rivers. There are no straight trees, no straight clouds. Straight lines are invented by minds that want control. But nature just flows. When humans try to live like straight lines, rigid plans, rigid identities, rigid timelines, they suffer. When humans live like nature, they feel alive. Bruce Lee understood this when he said, "Be like water," because water doesn't resist. Water adapts. And yet, it shapes mountains. That's not weakness, right? That's intelligence without resistance. Anyway, here's what I wanted to get to. See, most people believe creativity means talent. An artist painting with skill, or a skilled musician, a skilled poet. But that's not true. Creativity is participation in the act of creation itself. When you create something, anything, you temporarily step out of your personal problems. You enter the same rhythm that nature operates in. This is why creation heals people without them calling it healing. Now, let me say something, that might sound a little odd when it comes to creativity, but honest. Writing and reading, as we practice them today, are mostly just structured tools for knowledge accumulation. And language itself is a limited form of creativity. Yes, it organizes reality, it categorizes it, and it freezes it for future records and narratives. And it's a tool used for control at the same time. Just look at history, written to suit the winners. It's also a tool of manipulation and control. Not that creative at all, but to create narratives of superiority. But true creativity happens before words. It happens in sound, in rhythm, in movement. It happens in shape, in silence, in raw expression. Of course, language is useful, but it's not the peak of creativity. It is the lowest layer of creativity. This is why people who only live in language often feel dry, feel stuck and repetitive. They're just recycling ideas instead of creating experiences. This is the Renaissance insight, explained simply. You see, Renaissance men and Renaissance women didn't escape reality. They lived inside it, but they regularly stepped into creation naturally for its own sake. Leonardo da Vinci didn't create to build a big brand. Rabindranath Tagore didn't write poetry, music, art, shared ideas just to chase relevancy. Maya Angelou didn't express her heart just to fix herself. They created, because creation is how consciousness expresses itself. Now, people with strong Venus in their birth chart immediately understand what I'm saying. Just a little bit off topic, because Venus understands rhythm, beauty. Venus understands pleasure, harmony, and flow. And when your Venus energy is blocked, life feels gray. But when it flows, life feels meaningful. Okay, now, here's a practice. It's a practice to awaken your true nature of creating effortlessly and sustaining and enjoying the fruit of your work, and not holding on to dissolution like it's meant to be. Start with this practice. Take 1 day a week, or even half a day, and dedicate it to pure creation. Not for productivity, not for self-improvement or anything. Creation for its own sake. Create music, draw, write songs, build something, design something, movement, even cooking creatively, and writing too, but write without structure, without outcome. Let it be messy. Let it be useless. That's the point. When you do this, something very specific happens. Your mind relaxes. Your identity loosens. Your awareness expands beyond me and my problems. You step into the same rhythm as nature. Creation, sustenance, dissolution. Effortless, flowing. This is not escape. This is remembering what your real potential is. If you do this consistently, week after week, you will notice something quietly powerful. Life stops feeling like a burden. Responsibility stops feeling heavy. Your imagination returns. Your sense of possibility widens. You don't become rich. You don't become famous. You become alive. And that is the Renaissance state of consciousness. Namaste.